Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Mike, for Unqualified Uprising, and we are back with another review of another U.S. Senator. This is Senator Kennedy from the great state of Louisiana, and right now, the Senate Judiciary Committee is holding a confirmation hearing for pending judicial nominees. Um, to call I believe it's John Kennedy. To call John Kennedy superior linguist is not doing him justice. He knows every catchphrase in the book. He's not Bambi's brother. This is big as Dallas. Da 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 da. These are your words. You know, gag me with a spoon. He has every sound. He is Fox News's number one soundbite guy, other than Trump. So let's get right into it. This is courtesy of Forbes, and I imagine C-SPAN is probably there too, but it's mainly Forbes. All rights to them, but this is whatever. This is public comment. So here we go. Or this is a committee for the government, so we're allowed to watch it. And this is from July 10th, 2024. This is an older one, but it just shows you that, once again, these people are never prepared. They're never prepared for anything. They might as well be in ninth grade without reading the book that the book report was due for. It's insanity. These people are judges. They're supposed to know right and wrong better than us. They sit there and with their robes and fucking gavel you down. And it turns out they're just morons like everybody else. So here we go.
Correct.
Well, we all may be poorer under President Biden, but we're not stupid. We have a long list of your articles and your opinions and your political statements. On March 8, 2017, you wrote an article for Time Magazine.
Ooh, Time Magazine.
While you were a sitting judge.
Okay. So I don't know if you're supposed to do that.
It's entitled Judge.
So I don't know if you're actually supposed to do that. They frown on it pretty hard during this committee. Him and Senator Hawley from Missouri gets on her pretty bad about writing this article for Time Magazine, and I think she did a couple other ones, spouting a bunch of racial ideology and stupid shit that nobody wants. So I'm pretty sure it's this woman. Come on, Internet, let's go. Where are you? Come on, Internet. Okay, a little bit of buffering. I see him talking. I don't hear any words. Jesus.
Gender laws are
okay, here we
at
go.
odds with science.
Gender laws are at odds with science.
I'm going to quote your words.
Okay, let's go back.
When legislators blur the
Okay, where are you? Stop.
Gender laws are at odds
Come on.
with science.
There we go. That's always great. I love Spectrum Internet. This fucking woman told me I got the best internet in the house. Yeah, you're fucking lying.
I'm going to quote your words. When legislators blur the lines of church and state and enact laws that permit or prohibit conduct based on biological gender as only male or female, they place an impossible burden on the judiciary. End quote. Did I read that accurately?
Yes, but I'm an idiot.
I do not know because I don't have the article in front of me.
Well,
I don't know.
You also said in that article, quote, your words, not mine. Sex has countless natural permutations.
It can be anything I want.
Did I read that
I'm
correctly?
a little flower.
I believe that is consistent with medical science and under the
No, it's
Daubert
not.
standard, the science that comes in as expert testimony in trials.
On October 13th, 2020,
Yeah, you're cooked, honey.
while you were serving as a state judge, you wrote an article for The Atlantic
Another
entitled,
left-wing.
quote, your words, not mine.
Let's hear the quote.
America's judiciary doesn't look like America. And you criticize this committee and President Trump for his judicial nominees. You said, quote, these are your words, not mine. The judiciary crafted over the past 4 years does not look like America. Not one of these judges is black, and
I thought Clarence Thomas was black. Apparently he's not, but maybe he's not on the Supreme Court anymore. I don't know exactly what she's talking about, but you could tell. Let's go a little bit in reverse. Where is she? She don't know. She don't know any. Yeah, there she is, right there. She don't know anything. Like you can already tell. Like, look at the face. She don't know anything. She's like, she's talking
Science that comes in as
science that
expert
comes in.
testimony and trials.
She's talking about
on October 13th, 2020, while you were serving as a state judge,
Okay, we're gonna
you wrote an article,
let's skip forward a little bit.
The Lens That Filters Everything,
Okay,
and everyone,
there we go.
90% were raised or currently identified as Christians. This committee
Okay, she's talking about that committee.
and President Trump
And
for his judicial nominees. You said, quote, these are your words, not mine.
I love it.
The judiciary crafted over the past 4 years does not look like America. Not one of these judges is black, and more than 90% were raised or currently identify as Christians.
Okay, so
I don't know how you knew that. And then you say, quote,
don't you love it? Don't you love it? It's like the thing that Joe Biden's people said. We have to do undemocratic things to protect democracy. This woman is just glossing over 300 years of progress in this country. She's just a dirtbag. These are the racist people. These are the people that are actually racist. She thinks everyone that's Christian is gonna go out and hang transgender people or whatever these fucking idiots think. We're only 2 minutes into this, and I'm already fucking irritated with this woman.
your words,
Your
not
words,
mine.
not
Identity is the lens that filters everything and
Identity
everyone we
is
encounter.
the lens that
End
filters
quote.
everything and
Did I read that
everyone
correctly?
we encounter. Oh, here she comes.
Again, I don't know because I don't have the article in
I
front of
do.
me.
I got it right here.
Okay, now here's the funny thing. This woman or all these nominees have to submit all this shit. So she's probably the one that gave him or gave the committee these articles. They have to produce things that they either they have to produce a bunch of case files, they have to produce their judiciary record, they have to fucking talk about anything they did while acting as a sitting judge. She wrote these articles, either these op-eds or whatever they were, under the guise of being a sitting judge. So guess what? You're going to have to answer this shit. And guess what? You gave him this. So you should know what you said. The answer should be, yes, I said it. The problem people like me have with people like that is you expect me to do shit and be prepared and do this and do that. You don't want to do it. You think you're so fucking smart that you don't have to do it, and you come in front of these committees, in front of these senators, and just get fucking embarrassed. Like you're embarrassed. You might as well clutch them pearls because you're about to be eviscerated again by someone smarter than you, and you can't take it.
You wrote another article
He's
on July
reading her
31,
article to
2020
her.
for the San Francisco Daily Journal,
San Francisco Daily Journal.
in
I'm
which
sure
you
left-wing.
advocate for the right of sitting judges to be able to go to protests.
Okay. So she advocated in the San Francisco Times or whatever he just said that she wants to be able to go to protests. She wants sitting judges to be able to protest. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to ask her, have you ever gone to a protest? And she's going to laugh it off and be like, are you serious? I wouldn't protest. I'm just doing this so all the people at the dinner party I go to give me a fucking pat on the back and tell me my farts smell the best. This woman is an idiot, and she's obviously fucking crazy, and here we go. She's going to try to deny this and basically say either I don't know or, and I don't even remember this one fully, but I guarantee I don't know. That's misrepresenting. That's fake news. Who knows what she's going to say? She wants to protest.
Didn't you?
Okay, come on.
That is incorrect.
That's
No, it's not.
incorrect. Okay.
I'm looking at right here.
That's
This is what you say.
Here we go. Your words.
No judge should be ethical. Your words, not mine. You just said you didn't say them.
I beat him to it.
You turned these articles over.
Yeah, see, there you go.
No
there you go. There you
judge
go.
should-
There you go. There you go. See, that's what I figured. They have to turn this kind of shit over. You can't just say shit. Like, okay, I'm on the internet. I'm saying shit. People are going to be able to see this. If someone comes to me and goes, hey, listen, you said this, and I'll be like, well, can you prove it? And then they show me a video or they show me a transcript. You got to admit it. Yeah, I said it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you're wrong. But let's have an actual conversation about why you think I'm wrong and why I think you're wrong. But no, they can't do that. She is advocating for something that she wants nothing to do with. She's just doing it so it'll either get in the way of President Trump somehow or get in the way of ICE or get in the way of something. Judges should not be going to protests. I'm sorry. Once you become a judge, you should be held to a higher standard. You shouldn't be protesting anything. That's my opinion. I get it. You got your own civil rights and shit, but you're supposed to be above all this bullshit. Here we go.
Be ethically constrained from speaking or taking action that reinforces that constitutional and moral imperative. May judges participate in demonstrations that denounce racism, support equal justice, and reinforce our constitutional rights to free speech and peaceable assembly? Yes. End quote. Did I read that correctly?
I love it. The inflection on his voice.
I don't know because I don't have the article in front of me.
I don't know.
If you're a federal judge, are you going to go to protests?
Oh, yeah, here she goes. She's going to laugh it off.
I would like to answer the substance of the underlying question that was asked.
I'd like you to answer my question. I've only got another minute or so.
Not the substance.
If you're a federal, let me put it another way.
Listen, we're gonna. This is someone that is used to always winning the conversation. In her little gaggle of academics, and she's there, she's the leader of the little gaggle. And no one ever shuts down her ideas or tells her she's full of shit or says, hey, moron, you don't know what you're talking about. Or like nobody like grabs her and like shakes her a little bit and goes, get a hold of yourself. You're speaking crazy. But let's watch her, and you'll see it. She'll start talking, and he shuts her down, and she just puts her head down like, man, anywhere else, the police would be arresting this man for being mean to me because I am so great and above everyone. But here, I'm insignificant, just like everyone else, and it doesn't feel very well. And you'll see her come to that realization in a split second. Let's see.
Of the underlying question that was asked?
I'd like you to answer my question. I've only got another minute or so. If you're a federal, have you?
Right there.
Let me put it another way.
Right there. Right there. You've seen it. You've seen it live in action. She said, I'm going to answer the substance of the question. Well, yeah, that's the question. The substance of the question means the main part of the question, the majority of the question, the substance. You want to be able to protest. You said you want to be able to protest. You published it in the Atlantic, in the San Fernando Times, or wherever the fuck it was. Who gives a shit? Now you're getting called on it, and you want to answer the substance of the question. Instead of just saying, yeah, I want to be able to protest, which they probably wouldn't even have a problem with. I have a problem with it. maybe the senators wouldn't, because you have your First Amendment right, but you should do it peacefully. But here we go.
Question. I've only got another minute or so.
Yeah.
If you're a federal,
Boom.
have you?
Head down.
Let me put it another way.
Gonna put it another way.
Have you ever gone to a protest, a public protest, while you're a sitting judge?
I think she laughs. Yeah, it's funny.
Senator Kennedy,
Yeah,
the
Senator
article
Kennedy.
that you are referring
Have
to
you ever
was
gone
written.
to a
No, that's not the
protest while
answer.
you were a
That's not the
sitting
question.
judge?
She don't want
I
to
do
answer.
not believe that I
do
have
not
ever
believe.
attended a protest
Yeah.
as a sitting judge, or perhaps ever in my life.
Well, then why do you care, bitch?
And you talk about Girls Inc. You say you've never heard of them.
Oh, I love it.
You were on the, or you don't know that much about them.
I don't know much
You
about
were
them.
on the board from 2014 to 2024. You're still.
So that's another thing. And like I talked to a lot of people. I talked to my bosses. I talked to my friends at work. I talked to my friends at home. I talked to my wife. I talked to a lot of people. If you're gonna if you want to be a federal judge and you go into these hearings not being truthful or pretending things or obfuscating the truth or trying to doctor it up with pretty language or trying to eloquently describe your fucking criminality to these people, it's never going to work. He just asked her about something called Girls Inc. And I believe this is the bullshit where they want guys in bathrooms with women and nonsense. Again, something that we'll say 97% of the population does not want to deal with. Because me being a dude, I don't want to be in the bathroom with a bunch of girls. Girls are gross. They're gross in the bathroom. All my fellow male uprisers out there know what I'm talking about. Girls are gross. We don't want you in the bathroom with us. Whatever. If you're a dude, if you're a chick with a wiener and you want to come in the bathroom, whatever. But we don't need girls in the bathroom and boys. We don't need that. That's just bizarre. Now, he just asked her about this shit, and she's gonna try to deny it and say that she has nothing to do with it, or she did something for them. She walked by their building 17 years ago, or she once talked to someone that maybe stood next to someone that possibly knew somebody that worked there. And he's going to be like, no, you're on the board, or he's going to show a picture of her with the CEO. It's always something with these fuckers. And it's happened so many times. These fuckers lie so. First of all, they lie horribly. They don't know how to lie. They say stupid things and try to cover it up with an even stupider fucking lie. Here we go. But this has only got a minute left, and I guarantee, or no, it's got 2 minutes left, and I guarantee she's gonna lie about 18 times. Here we go.
Still on their board, aren't you?
I'm not. My term expired this last month.
And you've given them over $50,000, haven't you?
I do not believe that is correct.
That's what your report says. And this is the.
I believe you gave them $50,000. No, I don't think that's correct. It's on the paperwork that you actually gave us before you walked in here. Okay. Like, she should have to be like, I guess I'm a moron.
This is the same Girls Inc. that says, quote, on its website.
Quote.
Here's how they define girls. Quote, girls refers to gender expansive youth. What? Cis girls, trans girls, non-binary youth,
what?
Gender and non-conforming youth, gender-queer youth, and any girl-identified youth. Did I read that correctly?
No.
I don't know. I've never heard of that policy or that definition.
No. Okay. Now, here's where they run into issues. So, and I stopped it, I think, at a perfect time. Here's where they run into issues. I'm an idiot. I'm smart with some things, but generally speaking, I'm kind of a dummy. But if you are the boss or on the board or in charge, unfortunately, in matters like this, you are somewhat responsible. And you're going to try to pass this off as you had no idea. You don't know. What about? I don't know. Who are you? Where am I? But he's got her dead to rights. And watching someone who's never been questioned on anything, who's never been offered a little bit of pushback, watching someone struggle like this, it's satisfying, and it's also fucking sad, because these are supposed to be the people in charge. These are the people deciding the fates of hundreds, if not thousands, of people a year. People that deserve it and people that don't deserve it. But this woman is trying to backpedal from the shit that she was either in charge of or placated or downright supported. So let's finish this up and see what she says.
You never heard of it.
I don't know anything.
Listen,
Okay.
in spite of your, I mean, can I just have 30 more seconds?
Okay, he's asking for more
In
time.
spite of your strongly held political beliefs, and we've got all of them, all your articles, they're long, as long as King Kong's are.
Yeah, as long as King Kong's arm.
Are you telling us today, do you believe that you will not allow your strongly held political beliefs to influence
Absolutely
your judicial
not.
opinions?
I would never
do you believe
do that. I would never do that.
The best evidence of the type of federal judge I will be,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
type of
Do you
judge,
believe that?
No.
Do you believe that?
No.
the type of judge I have been for 10 years, who is one who always puts the law above my personal
Do you
views.
also believe in Bigfoot? Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy?
Oh,
Your time has expired, Senator.
Do you believe Jimmy Hoffa died of natural causes?
Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr.
yes. Again. Senator Kennedy fucking slams these people because these people are liars, and they support things to move higher up in the echo chamber that they live in, and it's sad. It's really sad. I'm sure this woman's a very nice woman. I happen to think she's probably very racist and xenophobic, and she only thinks that Mexican people exist to clean her toilets. I guarantee it. If she saw a Spanish person walking down the street, she would just assume that they are someone's gardener. That's what these people act like. That's what they behave like. They write it down and put it in the fucking Atlantic or the Washington Journal, and then these guys get it because these people have to give it to them, and they read it to them, and these people are so offended by what they're reading, even though it's their words. And that's why people like me, the stupid people, are starting to get just fed up with that. And I don't know. I don't have a college degree, but Jesus Christ, I could do better in this committee than this woman could. If I did all that shit, I'd have to say, yeah, I did it all and I believe it. You know, those are my convictions. And at least she's standing for it. At least I stood up for my convictions. She just ran. She tried to tuck tail and run. But that's what you get when you put an ideologue in front of these fucking senators, whether it's Senator Hawley or Senator Kennedy or anybody. Senator Gill. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them out there that just wreck these people. But we'll get into some more. It's early on in the day, so I'll bring you some more either C-SPAN highlights, where you might, watch some prank phone calls, maybe some dash cams. I'll tell you about my colonoscopy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot been going on. Oh, Jesus Christ. But this has been another episode of Unqualified Uprising. I am your host, Mike. Bye for now. Like and subscribe on YouTube or Rumble. And I'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Bye for now.